Via Appia is a Roman road more than 800 kilometers long, comprising 22 component parts. The road was built from 312 BCE onwards to connect Rome to Capua along the Tyrrhenian coast. It was originally conceived for the conquest and territorial control of the south of the Italian peninsula and the Roman Empire's expansion towards the east and Asia Minor. Extended in 191 BCE as far as the ports of Taranto and Brindisi, the road became a route for cultural contact and trade. It was completed by 109 CE by the Emperor Trajan, who added the Via Traiana, connecting Benevento to Brindisi along the Adriatic coast. This map shows the extent of the nominated serial property. Hope you can see it at that scale. The 22 component parts include linear sections of the road, engineering and infrastructure elements, as well as monuments, towns, and landscape features. The road component parts are demarcated by a strip 70 meters wide, with the road itself typically 12 meters wide. Some revisions to boundaries and buffer zones were made by the state party during the evaluation procedure in response to the advice of ICOMOS. The Via Appia is a fully developed ensemble of engineering works illustrating the advanced technical skill of Roman engineers in the construction of carriageways, civil engineering, drainage, and development works. The road is associated with a monumental ensemble of temples, funerary monuments, aqueducts, villas, triumphal arches, gates, and amenities such as theatres, amphitheatres, and baths. The Via Appia is a remarkable example of a road which, through its construction, infrastructure, and functioning, illustrates the history of the Roman Empire's development. It facilitated cultural, social, political, and religious interchanges, as well as trade among the civilizations of the Mediterranean, Asia Minor, and the Arabian Peninsula for more than 1,000 years. The Via Appia was a major vector for the spread of ideas and beliefs, was celebrated by artists of the Renaissance, and has been an object of study and fascination for generations of visitors. The comparative analysis considered Via Appia within the context of properties in the World Heritage List and tentative lists associated with the ancient Roman world. In dialogue with ICOMOS, the state party widened this analysis to include consideration of the network of all Roman roads. The nominated property demonstrates criteria 3, 4, and 6. The requirements for authenticity and integrity have been met for the whole series and for each of the component parts, with the exception of component parts 3, 4, and 15. Based on the proposed justification for outstanding universal value and additional information provided by the state party, ICOMOS considers that the property should be limited to the sites along the main road structure and falling within the period between 312 BCE and the 4th century CE. Accordingly, ICOMOS does not consider that the inclusion of component parts 3 and 4 are justified because these are roads that branch off the main road and that the cities of Lanuvium and Norba were not specific stages along the Via Appia. ICOMOS has also recommended the omission of component part 15 on the basis of its weak justification in relation to the proposed outstanding universal value. Due to the vast extent of the nominated property, the main factors affecting the component parts vary according to their physical and land use contexts. These are well identified by the state party. Most component parts have a good or very good state of conservation, and funding is provided for their conservation. Maintenance and corrective measures are planned for the few component parts that present a state of conservation ranging from fair to very poor. There is an excellent level of inventorying and documentation of attributes for the nominated serial property, and a database has been established to support the monitoring of the state of conservation. Legal protection is in place for all nominated component parts. A management plan and associated action plan are in place, and the coordinating governance structure for its implementation is currently being established. Heritage impact assessment processes are also under development. Here is a summary of the ICOMOS evaluation of the proposed outstanding universal value of the nominated property. To conclude, ICOMOS recommends that Via Appia Regina Viarum, Italy, be inscribed in the World Heritage List on the basis of criteria 3, 4, and 6, with the exception of component parts 3, the Via Appia from the 14th to the 24th mile with a branch to Lanuvium. Number 4, the Via Appia in the Pontine Plain with a branch to Norba. And 15, the Via Appia on the Tarantino sheep track. ICOMOS has included a number of further recommendations in the draft decision to support the long-term conservation of the property. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, ICOMOS. I would like to know whether there are any comments concerning this nomination. I see none. Let's proceed then. I now invite you to adopt draft decision 46-8B.22. But before doing so, I would like to ask the rapporteur if he has received any amendments on the draft decision proposed.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Nous n'avons pas reçu d'amendement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have not received any amendments concerning this draft decision to inscribe the Via Appia Regina Viarum. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any comments? Is there any objection to adopt this draft decision as a whole? I see no objection. I therefore declare draft decision 46-8B.22 adopted. Thank you very much. Let me congratulate Italy on behalf of the entire committee for the inscription of this property. And with your permission, if you'd like me to speak in Italian, as a mark of my deep appreciation, I will. Ti congratulo per la tua iscrizione. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Italy, you have the floor for up to a 4-minute statement. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Italy would like, first of all, to express its sincerest gratitude to the government of India for the impressive hospitality, allowing all state parties to experience the millennia-old culture of this fascinating country. We also want to highlight our profound acknowledgement to the World Heritage Center for its unwavering dedication to preserving our shared heritage. And we cannot but extend our appreciation to ICOMOS too for the ongoing dialogue carried out with concerned state parties on matters of cultural preservation. Last but not least, let me convey our heartfelt thanks to the members of the committee for the renewed trust placed in Italy and in the Italian people during this session. The nomination of Appia Regina Viarum, the Queen of the Roads, is the outcome of an extensive and comprehensive participatory process, engaging 4 regions, 13 provinces, 74 municipalities, in total more than 100 entities, including other local institutions. It also involved numerous Italian and international universities, as well as associations operating within the territories traversed by the ancient Roman route. In our view, this collective effort represents the genuine spirit and values of UNESCO, exemplifying the involvement of a broad array of communities in heritage preservation and in the promotion of values such as participation and peace. The configuration of this property in itself embodies the ancient and well-respected Roman values which led to the Italian approach to the world, built through an inclusive process supported by ideals of connection, shared development and awareness of a common heritage that is fully part of the territories of southern Italy and from today on of the whole humanity. This site has been witnessing throughout the centuries innovations, revolutions in engineering and architecture, as well as inclusion, solidarity, resilience, and the hard-working spirit of my people. Thank you for having honored this great legacy. From 2,300 years on, Appia Antica keeps on being a model, a symbol of encounters, dialogues with other people, an opportunity of continuous exchange to ensure future and new freedom horizon for all. In this spirit, I invite you to listen to the messages from the Italian Minister of Culture, His Excellency Gennaro San Giuliano, and the Deputy Minister competent for UNESCO, His Excellency Gianmarco Mazzi. Thank you.
Voglio esprimere tutta la mia soddisfazione e anche una punta di orgoglio per il grande riconoscimento che è stato fatto alla Via Appia Regina Viarum con l'iscrizione nella lista del patrimonio mondiale. Si è trattato di un lavoro corale che ha visto coinvolti associazioni, cittadini, ovviamente il Ministero della Cultura e il Ministero degli Esteri. Per noi questo riconoscimento è un punto di partenza, non è un punto di arrivo, perché d'ora in poi il Ministero della Cultura sarà impegnato in opere di valorizzazione, di tutela e di conservazione di questa eccellenza mondiale, perché tale è stata riconosciuta la Via Appia Regina Viarum.
Ringrazio il Centro del Patrimonio Mondiale, ICOMOS, e i gentili membri del Comitato per il riconoscimento al sito Via Appia Regina Viarum. Questo processo ci ha reso sempre più consapevoli che un bene dell'umanità è una corresponsabilità della società civile, delle istituzioni e della politica. L'antica strada romana, ora come allora, ci ricorda un'importante connessione che esce dai confini dell'Italia per arrivare ad abbracciare il Mediterraneo e l'Oriente in un tragitto che ancora oggi è veicolo di scambio di idee, di commerci, di valori e di storia.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Italy. I now invite ICOMOS to present the nomination of